How can you use your mind to get best results? To make use of your mind to get best results, you need to know different aspects of your mind, different capabilities of your mind, and the possibilities and limitations of each and every part of these. So, in general, we usually tell you have a conscious mind and unconscious mind. Conscious mind is what we usually have when we are thinking. We looked at something and we are wondering how to make use of that. Like if you clicked on this video and if you are looking at me, you may be wondering, should I watch this? So that was a conscious mind making a decision. If you're browsing through a lot of videos and randomly checking each and every one of them, that probably is an unconscious action. Probably you're bored, you want to look at something that would excite you. So you were browsing through maybe YouTube channel, maybe Facebook video feed to find something that is interest you. So that's an unconscious action. So you could have ended up with this video due to your conscious action or unconscious action, but how long you would stay in this video also depend on how you got here. So if you were unconscious and if you're looking for something that would stimulate your mind, and if you don't find these materials very stimulating, there's a good chance you would leave. However, if you came here because you really wanted to know that, yes, this is very important for me, I really need to know how my mind works and how to make use of it for my best, you would probably stay on even if you feel a little bored, even if you don't feel very excited, because you have the need to stay here. And a part of that need is obviously unconscious. However, your moment to moment you'll be making conscious decisions to stay. Or the moment of our consciousness, the amount of time that we stay conscious and aware of our activities is very small. How small? Like probably 3 to 7%, maybe probably 5% of our activities that we do in a daily basis is driven by our conscious mind. Conscious mind is a place of our will. So when we want to make use of will to do something, you're making use of your conscious mind. Unconscious mind, on the other hand, plays a majority role. So it is 97% to 93% of your effort comes from your unconscious mind. So you say somebody says something and you want to respond to that. You might have found, say you have found it rude to be rude and you don't want to be rude. You might say something like, it's not a nice thing to say. So that was a conscious decision not to be rude. But you are offended and your body would make gestures, make facial expressions to indicate that annoyance. You might enunciate these sentences in a different way. That is not a very nice thing to say. That's not a nice thing to say. So those two sounds very different. They have different meanings, and these meanings are given by the way we make use of the word, not what exactly we said. And the gestures that we had, the facial expressions we had when we are saying it, and people just like you is capable of reading all that and understand that, okay, I might have offended this person, and they have opportunity to take a different action. If they never intend to offend, they can say, okay, I'm sorry, and again more gestures, and some of these gestures might tell you, okay, this person is genuinely sorry, and other gestures would tell you this person is not really sorry, they're just trying to get out of the situation. So conscious mind and unconscious mind usually works together to make a communication happen. Sometimes your words might betray what your body is saying and people pick it up, and then we say you are incongruent. Your unconscious mind and conscious mind is no longer aligned with each other. They are in two different places. When you are incongruent, you would feel it in your body. You feel the incongruence. I'm not being very congruent about what is going on right now. Why do you need to know all this? Because you need to know that your unconscious mind drives most of your life. So what is in unconscious mind? Unconscious mind have the things that you think are true. We call them beliefs. And you can have beliefs about almost anything. You can have belief about what is right and wrong, what is a good behavior, what is a bad behavior. You would have beliefs about what is precious, what is not, what is sacred, what is not sacred. You would have beliefs about how you should live your life and how you should not live your life. You would have beliefs about how you should be treated. And here's a fun fact: you can have conflicting beliefs. And if you're experiencing chaotic life, there's a good chance that you are having conflicting beliefs. And sometimes those beliefs does not really serve you. Some people have beliefs like, if I speak out loud, others would laugh at me. That makes it really difficult for them to speak in a forum, or even sometimes express their emotions or express their ideas even to the loved ones. They would just stay silent. So unconscious mind has a good grip on how you live your life. If you want to change your life, you'll have to start taking control of your unconscious mind. People usually try to do this by will. They would say something like, I am going to speak next time, or I will not shout at that person anymore, I would stop smoking. So this is will. But remember, will is expressed by conscious mind, which is a very small, it's very powerful, but it's very small. And unconscious mind can easily overturn that. So will is very useful in small doses, but will is not very useful when we want to make a permanent positive change in your life. Will, however, is useful if you want to decide that, okay, I need this change. To make a permanent positive change in your life, you need to learn how to make changes to your unconscious mind, or you need to work with people who knows how to make changes to your unconscious mind. So this is where people like NLP-based life coaches and therapists come into play. Or you can learn NLP yourself and understand the techniques of making these changes happen. Conscious mind and unconscious mind are not the only aspects of your being. You have another aspect, it's called higher conscious mind. If you look at conscious and unconscious minds, they usually work based on whatever that was happening to us now and in the past. We call it data, past data about what has been happening. So when people say something like, I'm experiencing like this, for instance, I'm experiencing that a lot of people look forward to criticize me. And somebody would say, no, it is not possible. People are not usually, very interested on your being. And then they would tell, no, I'm telling this based on my experience. In that person's experience, if they express something, people always criticize that. That is the experience. Now, that experience may be somewhat distorted. It may not be the full experience. However, that is the experience that got stuck as a memory in their mind. And when there's a need, that's the experience they would go back to and refer and make use of it as a reference point. Higher conscious mind, on the other hand, does not work on data. It works on possibilities. It works on what is right for you. It works to give you potential. If you want to create a different future, what you need to join is with your higher conscious mind. Now, if you look at the maths we did so far, it's maybe 3 to 7% of conscious mind and 93 to 97% of unconscious mind. So if you add it together, it somehow comes to 100%. So where is high conscious mind? How small or large is it? Is it very small, where add to 0% and altogether becomes 100%? Actually, it is very large. It's much larger than both other minds. So that's why we don't bring it to the usual equation. It's infinitely large, infinitely possible. So when we say what you can have in your life is infinitely large, whatever you want to have, you can have it in your life. That's what is meant by that. You have access to a resource that is infinitely large to create a future in the way that you want. How to tap that potential? There are many ways, and one of the ways that we work with our clients is making use of advanced energy clearances and activations, where we start clearing the energetic body so that your connection with your higher self is strengthened. We of course make use of your connection with your high conscious mind to facilitate these changes, and at the end of it, the intention is you are able to connect with your higher conscious mind easily to express your latent potential, express whatever that you want to build for you and your loved ones and your family in this reality. And how we work with our client is making use of advanced clearances and activations. So this includes auric clearance, karmic imprint clearance, J-seed removal, and energetic DNA activations. So if you like to know any of these programs, please contact with me. I'm GamakaShri, Chief Trainer and Coach for Mind Designs International. I hope you found this information very useful for you and you can make use of it to transform your life now. Have a great time.